Hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted you guys to listen to my video and see if it sounds a little bit louder. I've got my microphones on, and I'm testing them to see if it'll bring my video in where y'all can hear it. Hello, friends. How y'all doing? Me and my husband's going to take it back tomorrow if it doesn't work. And we're going to trade it in for something that does. And I was just testing it out to see if it did. I hope you guys are having a good evening and a blessed evening too. But what I wanted to talk about, folks, is if you're with a narcissist and you go no contact with them, you know that the narcissist has a meltdown because of it, because you've always been considered as a form of supply to the narcissist, and that's the reason that they have the meltdown. It's not about them missing you or anything like that, folks. A narcissist never leaves once you split up. They always stick around and hope that you'll come back, because you're an old form of supply. He put you on the shelf and stuff like that. And even if he's got a new form of supply, folks, eventually he gets tired of that new form of supply. And that's all that new person is to him, too, is a form of supply. And whenever you go no contact with the narcissist, it kind of makes the narcissist lose it, because he knows that he no longer has control over your life. And it's called starving the narcissist, folks. That's what it is. They will try to reach out. Some of them will try to reach out to you, and some will pout, because you've left and you're not in contact with them and stuff like that. So they will act like that they disappeared or whatever, but really they're sitting back hoping that you fail, folks. And that's what it is. But yeah, that's just the way they are, folks. They like to control everything. That's what they are. They're all about control. And like I said, they use their children for a tool. If they got children or they got custody of them or whatever. And if the child lives with the narcissist from a baby up, 9 chances out of 10 they turn out to be just like the narcissist, because the narcissist tries to erase the child from your life and doesn't want the child to have anything to do with you, so they brainwash the child and tell that child that you're dangerous and everything like that. And all the stuff that the narcissist tells them, folks, is a lie. And that's what the children live, is a lie, from little babies up. So it does mess up the child mentally, and causes them to have a hard time when they get out here in this world, because they've lost their identity and stuff, folks. But that's just how they are, folks. My kids' daddy, he was that way. He was the one that was abusive and everything, and thinks that he's the victim now. And he tried to make the kids think that he's the victim, but really he's not. He's not the victim. But, nobody really says that they're the victim, folks. But like I said, if you've been abused by a narcissist, you're automatically a victim. But there's some of us women out here that we are not meant to be abused, and I was one of them. I was one of them that wasn't going to tolerate it, so I got out of it, and I've been narcissist free now for years now, and I'm back to my normal self again. He's never been able to break me like he wanted to or anything. And he's even made the statement that he's going to try to take the kids and drive me crazy with them. Well, yeah, I love my kids and everything, folks, and wish them the best and everything. And I want them to have a happy life and a good life too, and have a good job and have their own families. But no, the narcissist was only delusional, because it's never going to drive me crazy, folks. Um, that's just them living in their fantasy world like a narcissist does. They do like to alienate their children and turn them against everybody, and make your family or your friends that you knew in the past, they like to turn them against you and make you look like the bad person. And yeah, that's how they are, folks. They try to get you to where you are so broken that you can't really live your life in a normal way. And most of us always come out on the other end. We get away and realize that we were just living in a pattern with the narcissist. And the narcissist always winds up losing the game, folks. Even if he gets the kids, he loses the game. Because eventually the children grow up and they realize that the narcissist is probably lying to them, and that he's really not real, by his actions. And so that's just how it is, folks. But I wanted to test this video and see if you guys can hear it. And if you can, let me know, because if this doesn't work on bringing in my audio on my tablet, I'm going to have to take it back and trade it in for something different. And just remember, folks, if you've left a narcissist, you can heal. And it does get better, folks, but you just have to work on it. And if you're still with the narcissist, folks, I would try to find a way to save up the money and get away from them and everything, because it's best for you, and start working on yourself and having a happier life, folks. I know that's easier said than done. I've been there. And I probably would have heard somebody say that to me back years ago and probably wondered how that was possible, but it is possible, folks. And you have to take little baby steps on it about getting away and getting yourself back on track and start working on you and doing things that make you happy. Well, thank you for joining my YouTube channel, folks. Let me know if you can hear this video, and I'll get back with you later on this evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Have a good evening.